Have you ever wondered why some women suddenly start acting distant, secretive, or overly defensive? It's shocking, but the very first thing a cheating woman tells you can reveal everything you never realized. She doesn't just cheat, she sends subtle signals before you even notice. Most men completely ignore them because they're blinded by trust and love. But if you pay attention, you can spot the moment she's crossing the line. Imagine this. You come home after a long day. She smiles, but it's forced. Her eyes don't meet yours. She says, "I've just been busy." Have you heard that before? That innocent phrase is often the first mask of deception. Every lie has a trail, and the first thing she tells you is the beginning of it. Most people don't realize that women don't randomly cheat. They communicate it before it happens. There's psychology, behavior, and even emotional manipulation at play. And here's the reality. If you miss these early signs, you lose power in your own relationship. Stay with me until the end because I'm going to reveal the exact words, hidden motives, and the power move you can make immediately to regain control. Ignoring this will cost you more than heartbreak. It will cost you respect, peace, and self-worth. The very first thing a cheating woman tells you is often disguised as concern, distraction, or a simple excuse. She will test boundaries without you noticing. It could be a casual, "I need space," "I'm stressed," or even "you don't understand me." Most people don't realize these words are a psychological setup. Consider this scenario. You notice her texting more secretly, leaving her phone open, or suddenly overreacting to small questions. She says, "I'm just tired," but her behavior contradicts her words. These early statements are the first breadcrumb of her cheating mind. She isn't planning to admit it, but she's signaling her drift away. This is why understanding female psychology is crucial. Men often focus on proving loyalty, but the true insight comes from observing subtle verbal and behavioral shifts. She is testing how much she can bend the rules before you push back. You might think it's harmless or just stress, but the truth is, these first words are loaded with hidden intent. Recognizing them early gives you the power to act before it's too late. Psychologically, women communicate emotion and intention differently than men. While men may lie or cheat with more direct denial, women often cloak their intentions in language and feelings. She might say, "I feel like we're growing apart, but this is not always about you." It's about her testing her freedom and seeing if you'll chase or retreat. Hidden motives include emotional satisfaction outside the relationship, validation, and thrill-seeking. She wants to see if you notice, if you value her, or if she can control the narrative. Confidence versus weakness becomes the battleground here. If you respond needy or insecure, she gains power. If you remain calm, assertive, and set boundaries, she loses control. If you ignore this, you lose power. If you overreact, you give her permission to manipulate you further. Recognizing these first words for what they truly are is about reading between the lines. Tone, timing, and repetition. She is revealing herself without admitting it. That first line is a psychological mirror. Look closely, and it will show you exactly where the relationship is headed. When she does X, it means Y. "I need space." She's distancing herself emotionally. "I'm just tired." She's hiding distraction or secrecy. "You don't understand me." She's testing your patience and boundaries. Sudden obsession with phone privacy. She's hiding communication with someone else. Overcompensating with compliments. She's masking guilt or seeking validation elsewhere. Every small word, gesture, or excuse is a red flag. If you ignore these signs, it will escalate. Notice patterns, not isolated phrases. The first statement is just a beginning. If she repeats subtle excuses or defenses, it's a clear warning. Your intuition matters more than logic here. Observe quietly. Don't confront immediately. Collect evidence through patterns, not assumptions. Set boundaries. Respond calmly to manipulative statements. Say, "I hear you, but I need honesty," and stop chasing. Boost your confidence. Focus on your life, career, and personal growth. This is magnetic to any partner. Walk away power. Show that her games won't control your emotions. If she senses loss of control, her power diminishes. Reinforce value. Never let her guilt trip you. Your self-worth is non-negotiable. Remember, the first words she says are a test. She wants to see your reaction. If you panic, argue, or beg, she wins. If you remain calm, assertive, and set invisible boundaries, you take back the power. Immediate implementation. Next time she gives you a soft lie or a subtle excuse, respond to composure, take space, and prioritize your value. Don't chase, don't question excessively, and don't justify her actions. Your silence and detachment are louder than any argument. Confidence isn't arrogance. It's clarity. You must be ready to walk away at any moment. This is not just about relationships. It's about reclaiming emotional control. If you follow this plan, you won't just protect yourself from cheating. You'll elevate your entire relationship game. Women respect men who respect themselves. Those who ignore this lose power, trust, and influence over their own lives. Your value comes first. Never compromise self-respect for someone who's testing your boundaries. Every subtle lie or distraction is a mirror. Look at it, and you see where you stand. Bold truth. Cheating begins in words long before it begins in actions. By noticing the very first statement and responding with intelligence, calm, and self-worth, you stay ahead. You don't need to change her. You need to change your response. Confidence, emotional control, and clear boundaries aren't just tools. They're armor. Your life, respect, and peace of mind are worth more than chasing a deceiver. Remember, she reveals herself before she acts. You decide whether to accept it or walk away. Never settle for manipulation disguised as concern. Stand firm, stay alert, and always value yourself above all.